Hey guys, thanks for watching Weekend Wisdom. This is Joel with Precision Rifle Network. Yes, there is a reason that I am completely darked out here and you can barely see me, but you can see through my picture window here looking out into my backyard. I got this bright idea while I was looking outside today. I was like, man, it's super windy. I wish that I had a way to tell everybody how the wind is. And I thought, I wonder if I take a video through my picture window on the back of the house and use it as a whiteboard to teach you a little bit about wind. So that's what we're trying to do here today. So hopefully you can see the boxes that I've written down here on the side. I've got a lower limit here that I'm dealing with and an upper limit. I'm going to try to make this work for you guys, but here's a quick little wind lesson for your weekend wisdom. So as I'm looking at the wind outside, I need to ask myself a set of questions when I'm trying to figure out how fast it's moving. So I look at the grasses, the trees, that sort of stuff, and I ask myself, is there a weak occasional wind? Yes, there's at least a weak occasional wind, so that's 3 miles per hour, right? So we've got 3. We know it's at least 3 miles per hour. Now, is it a weak constant wind? Yes, it's constantly blowing and it's at least a weak constant wind. So that's at least a 5 mile an hour wind. Okay? Now, can we tell the direction of the wind based on how it's blowing? So if you guys look at the grasses out here, we can see that the grasses are more or less, now you can't see the side of the house over there. The wind's actually coming from behind the house. So the house is causing a little bit of a swirl. I'll probably do a B-roll over on the side where you can see it a little bit better. But right in through here, the wind is kind of heading in that general direction. So if I can tell that based on what I'm seeing, then I know my wind is at least 7 miles per hour. Go over here, I'll put a 7, all right? So, at least 7. Now, are those grasses and things, the lower lying vegetation, are they starting to actually lay down when I'm looking at them? Again, I'll put a B-roll clip up of what I'm talking about, but the answer to that is yes. The grasses are actually, the wind's blowing hard enough to make those grasses actually kind of lay over. So if that's the case, then I know this is at least a 9 mile an hour wind that I'm seeing. Okay, so I'm now just continuing to look at my environment. The grasses now are going to be no help to us, right? We got to start looking at the trees. So as I look at the trees, and if you guys look up here, you can see the trees, you know, all along in here. They're in constant motion, all right? So if the tops of the trees are kind of in constant motion, then I can assume roughly a 12 mile per hour wind. All right, and that's fairly accurate. Now if I look at the limbs of the trees as they're coming down in through here, you know, the straight limbs of the trees, are those actually moving? Are they swaying in the wind? On the stronger gusts of wind, yes, they are, but not on just the constant wind that I'm seeing. This would be a 15 mile per hour wind. It's not quite there. So I can say on the gusts, it's 15, but it's consistently a 12, right? So I'd back it down to 12. And that's really the wind that I'm going to go with. Now I'm going to go outside on the side of the house and I'm going to measure it with my Kestrel. And my guesstimate for you guys is somewhere between a 12 and a 15 mile per hour wind. As low as 10, as high as 15, but I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere in the 12 to 15 range. And again, I'll throw that up in kind of B-roll for you, but I just thought this would be a good way to kind of try to break down the wind for you. So guys, as I go out, I'll give you some B-roll. I'll probably just end this with some music and some silence or something like that to show you what I'm talking about. Or maybe I'll voice over it, I don't know. I'm doing this on the fly today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more great content from Precision Rifle Network.